you talk about how you got enlightened, how this happened to you?
Okay. How I got enlightened? Being authentic. Absolute authentic. When I came to Osho, every day without bullshit, I meditated 7 to 8 hours. I sit with Osho 2 times a day, and the rest I was also sitting. I was living in a bamboo hut. There was no electricity. I didn't need electricity because I would close my eyes anyhow. Such a great love affair for so many years. Every day I meditated for so many hours that I thought, when I went to Punjaji, I thought I knew who am I. Of course I knew. I'm so much in love with that, isn't it? But soon I came to know, being with Punjaji, that I do not know who am I. A meditator still doesn't come to know who am I. He is in a highway, he come to know, to make sure it is great to wake up, because he is on the highway, no this and that, and headache, So my being in love with that, who am I, there was separation, isn't it? I was so much in love with that, with meditation, with that situation, so much in love that I thought I know whom I, and this was my love affair. But where there is a love affair, there is separation, isn't it? No, yes, what? And I knew that. And I also knew very soon, because I'm very fast highway meditator, I knew this love affair has to disappear. No more separation. Very important for me was as well to recognize with Punjaji, with Osho I was thought. Osho, he sometimes said on the path, one time Buddha will come to you, a master will come to you, and if you're a meditator, he will touch and say, now you can stop meditating, you are enlightened. So somehow I expect, when I went to Punjaji, that he may recognize I'm enlightened. I must be enlightened. I'm so in love with that, I do not know what more I could do. You hear me? And I expect Punjaji to may recognize I'm enlightened. Because this is what I hear Osho sometimes. It may happen like that. But soon I noticed, my God, what I got out of it, if Punjaji would say to me, I'm enlightened. Nothing. What would change? Nothing, isn't it? What would change if Buddha would say, I'm enlightened, Punjaji? What I would got out of it, I could say to people, he say I'm enlightened. That's all I could say, but it would not change anything. What I get out of it if he say I'm enlightened and if I do not know? Know what? Yes. If there is no recognition, everybody is enlightened. A realization needs to happen, and this has not happened, and it will not happen if somebody tell me I'm enlightened. I thought one time, too, it will work in the beginning. And I tried it one time. Yes, you are enlightened. It didn't work. I will never say that again. I could shoot myself. I ever did. Mistakes we do with sharing, who knows? One tries many things. Yes, so I dropped it immediately. Bullshit. Useless. So with all these years meditating, I still didn't know who am I. But what a great maturity I already had with being so much in love with that who am I. I have been in love with the reflection of who am I. but I didn't know who am I. When I left Punjaji, I still didn't know who am I, because he works different. He does not do how I do intensive. It's more this situation. It's different, but he works very much to the point. I was not so sure. I got hints, but it was not yet really clicking. It is a more slower process, because different people are there, and he does, not so focused how I do in intensive. And not everybody is ready for that. So it was not so focused. I did not know yet who am I, but when I came back to the ashram after 2 months, I came to know without doubt who I am. It was a laughter, a joke, a beautiful laughter, how easy, how simple and obvious, and how I could overlook. And I was, in a way, it was also fine to overlook, because the love affair I had before was very important. So that I will not say, so what? Hear me? Because it is too obvious, too easy. Almost to be true, but you can't deny. It is true, the earth is round. It is very scientific, it is not esoteric at all to know who am I. It is so ordinary, surprisingly ordinary. You think as if you know what is ordinary. You do not know what is ordinary. The idea we have what is ordinary is, oh yes, living an ordinary life means living in a bamboo hut, cutting wood, no electricity, using no lipstick, right? This is ordinary. Yes, no? Having no blue nail polish, this is ordinary. I don't know what we think what ordinary is. Or a living room, only one bamboo in the living room. How ordinary, yes, whatever we think. Ordinary, if you hear, it must be boring, yeah? What we think ordinary is, this is definitely boring, but it is not what I have come to know. When I came to know who am I, it is so ordinary, so surprising ordinary. I can only say I never ever have known ever before what ordinariness is, in fact. Really, I didn't know ever. It is not boring at all. It can't be. It is never boring. It's just not possible. Enlightenment is not something fancy. It has nothing to do with experience. Experience. How long it gonna stay? How long it gonna stay? Any experience is a come and a go. It is not eternal. The nature of experience is a come and a go. And being on the path, you have many experiences. Because you do need experience. Because of your quest in your mind. There are experience. It is natural. The only thing is that you are in a misunderstanding, that you are clinging towards experience. You cling this, if this would stay forever, then I'm enlightened. This must be, this is it. But you can't hold on to experience. You can, but the experience will go. It is the nature of experience. It come and it go. It can't be otherwise. It is natural to go. Can't stay eternal. So because you are so much excited about your experience, Satori and this light, and I don't know what you have experienced, an explosion maybe. Yeah, I have experienced explosion too. You have been so excited about all this experience you have. And you have overlooked what the experiences are pointing to.